Hi everyone, I'm Julie Esmondalsh.
And I'm Sean Connolly.
And this is
Colicast.
Hello everyone, it is a wild and windy Oldham afternoon in December, and me and Sean are up here on the roof of the Coliseum with Colin, who is the Regional Operations Manager for Tilbury Douglas, who are in charge of the build of the Coliseum. I've been dying to get up on this roof for years, and it's very, very exciting to be here. So, Colin, can you tell us a little bit about the slightly idiosyncratic nature of this roof that you've discovered as you've been working on it?
Yeah, absolutely. It only really became evident actually when we put all the scaffolding up and we finally got up onto the roof, obviously, which you've been dying to do for many years. And we realised that the roof has actually got quite an undulation in it. So initially we looked at, straightening that roof, but then we thought, well, why are we doing that? And is there any sort of betterment in doing that? And we discovered, no, there isn't really. You'd be better spending your money elsewhere. So rather than sort of trying to take out the current character of the roof, we're leaving that as it is. It's perfectly structurally sound. So we're now in the point of putting back a new roof, which you can see the first layer there, which is the VCL, as we call it, the vapor control layer. Felt system. It's a built-up system. We then put better insulation on top of it that was there before. It's a total thickness of about 8 inches in old money, but that then gives you a lot better thermal qualities and a lot better acoustic properties as well, from a noise breakout, from a noise break-in point of view. So again, it's enhancing the performance of the building, which is, it's a good thing.
Fantastic. So this is on now to make sure that the rain's kept out, but there's still more layers to go on that.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Which you can, if you look in the background there,
yes,
you will see there's a section that's been completed near the ridge. So that's the insulation and the penultimate sheet. There's another sheet to go on top of that, so you can see how robust that is, because there's 3 layers of felt as well as the insulation. So yeah, it's a roof that's built to last
and so withstand those Oldham winters.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Colin, can you just give us a bit of an idea on what's going on in this little corner here, just behind you?
Yeah, sure. So what you can see there, running all the way down the side of the building there, is the tin sheets. They're actually the roof of the current changing area. That's one of the areas where we are going to completely remodel. We've had to do quite a lot of work in the discovery and design stage to be able to do that, because some of the walls underneath are load bearing. So what we're having to do is actually take the complete roof off, completely redo the roof structure, which then means that we can do what we want to do underneath and put partitions up rather than blockwork walls or brickwork walls, which gives you that flexibility to make your corridor wider, because obviously that corridor is very narrow. We can sort of
inaccessible for people in wheelchairs.
Yeah. If you look up now, you can see obviously we've taken ceilings out.
Yeah.
This wall we think can come out.
Yeah.
This first skin. We also think there's a second skin that can also come out. Is that right, Jeff? Yeah. Yeah. Which obviously increases this corridor even more. Oh. All these walls come out, but as you can see currently, we're having to prop the existing roof. So now the props are in, we can take these walls down. So
next time we're in here, which hopefully will be like January, February, these walls will be gone. So watch this space.
As will the ones behind you.
And this one.
And then hopefully, when it's rebuilt, it'll be a completely different space.
Exciting. And you said there's a list of jobs, and how many is on it?
Yeah, well, I've actually done the programme for this particular scheme with the help of other people as well, with input from our supply chain, local supply chain, and I think there's about 1,200 activities in total. So it's not a huge building, but there's a lot going on.
Hello everyone, it is my absolute pleasure and delight to be here in Valentino's, eating a wonderful, wonderful meal with a man who needs no introduction to an Oldham audience, I know, the amazing Kevin Shaw, who was Artistic Director of Oldham Coliseum, as you know, from 2002 to 2019. And we are over the moon to be able to tell you that Kevin is coming back with a lot of the old team to do the Panto at the Coliseum when it reopens next year. It's in safe hands, people. So welcome, Kevin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is it nice to be back?
It's absolutely amazing to be back. I just love it. I love Oldham. I've been for a little wander to see all the scaffolding around the Coliseum.
Yeah, and the hoardings are beautiful, aren't they?
Are great.
Really lovely.
And there's hoardings on the street, on Yorkshire Street as well.
Yeah.
I didn't remember having that building, but hey.
yeah, they're taking over the town. It's like,
exactly. I really miss the town, but I mean, a town is a bunch of buildings, isn't it? I miss the people.
And the people. And people make this town,
Exactly.
absolutely. And it's such a specific audience, is an Oldham audience. And this is something that we find it very difficult to express to people who aren't from the town or haven't experienced being in the auditorium at the Coliseum.
Absolutely. I mean, there's so many things about this audience, and it is unique in the country.
Yeah.
The way they embrace their theatre, the way they really embrace the pantomime, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the way they're not afraid to tell you if they thought it was rubbish.
Yes. It's sometimes when the play's actually still on stage.
My first show way back in 2002, it was Laurel and Hardy with Eric Potts was in it. And it was a sort of reimagining of their life together, interspersed with some of their famous sketches from the films. So this man fought his way across the bar to see me, and he said, "Mr. Shaw, Mr. Shaw." And I was thinking, here it goes, first show, brilliant, head swelling. And he said, "Mr. Shaw, I thought tonight's performance were bloody rubbish. I never liked their films either, but never mind, I'll be back to see the next one." And that's the point. It's about a faith in the future and a faith in, you know, I don't mind, our audience always went, I don't mind seeing one I don't like so much because I know I'll see loads that
because
I do like.
there's something for everyone.
Exactly.
And we were talking a little bit about this earlier on, about the magic of a good programme and the genius of that and how difficult it is to get a bit of something for everyone in this very unique community.
Yeah. We split the year into two halves and ran a season ticket offer. And the price was, in effect, 4 shows for the price of 3. And people really got that. So we could do quite experimental stuff that wouldn't necessarily ordinarily attract a huge audience.
Yeah.
But they came because they bought into what the Coliseum was doing.
And they trusted you with the material. I mean, I think about things that were much more adventurous. I mean, I know that under your leadership, Kevin, there was more new writing than in any other regional theatre in the area.
Indeed.
And that you did a lot of stuff that was... Well, The Father is something that springs to mind with Ken Allen Taylor, that, you know, it's a very difficult play. And it's and the design of it was very modern and stark and very un-Colosseum in a traditional way. And people loved it.
They did love it. But part of the thing with new writing, it was partly a stealth thing, if you like. We didn't necessarily badge it as this is new. We would say it's a world premiere, because it was.
Yeah, and that's always lovely for an audience to know.
But I did use an awful lot of writers who were either from Oldham or the broader northwest.
Yes.
Telling stories that they understood their community would want to see.
100%. So we talk about Star-Crossed, which was obviously Ian Kershaw's, my husband. Spoiler, you know, I'm sorry, but I have to admit that. But Star-Crossed was the modern Romeo and Juliet with a happy ending in the park.
It mixed Shakespeare with the Oldham dialect. Our 2 gangs, one set of kids wore red hoodies, the other blue hoodies. And there was a scene where I knew all the red hoodies were hidden behind a building in the park. And this lad in a red hoodie came running out from behind. And I went storming round the audience to say, "Get back to where you're supposed to be." It was a complete stranger, just somebody in a red hoodie.
Just happened to be in the park. It's like, but also Kathy Crabb and Lindsay Williams, Dreamers.
Dreamers, but also Meat Pie Sausage Roll they did, which
Huge success.
Huge success, but so many in that audience had never been to the theatre before because it was all about the Latics' greatest season. And so a load of football fans who wouldn't be seen dead in a theatre otherwise all turned out. And what was fantastic about that, it was like some sort of European away match, and they draped their banners over the circle like they do in football stadiums.
And let's talk a little bit about Panto, Kevin, because I know that, you know, as a friends group who run this podcast, you know, we were very much, our campaign to save the theatre was very much based on Panto because we knew that was a unifying force in the town, that everyone has been to the Oldham Coliseum Panto, even if they'd never seen any other play in the town. And so we knew that we were saying, save your Panto. You went with your school. You remember going with your grandparents, and we need to save the heritage of that, this unique Oldham-born, non-commercial Panto. And what that means to a town. It can be levelled at us that is quite old-fashioned and that we are thinking in very, very traditional ways about theatre and that we're only interested in Panto. But I'd like you to talk a little bit about what it means.
What I will also do, these are a few quotes. Don't worry, I'm not going to read from this. This is my Panto lecture for drama schools.
Amazing.
I go and teach Panto technique, and this is my introductory speech. I'm going to read you the first thing that, just in response to what you've just said. Excuse me, put my eyes on. So, here are some reviews. Pantomimes are not what they were. Pantomime is no longer what it used to be. They have had their day. Pantomime seems at present to hold its own. I don't see how it can continue to do so. These reviews date from 1831, 1846 and 1882.
Fantastic! Fantastic!
They're good, aren't they?
So people have been trying to decry it as an art form. Have you seen Tinseltown yet?
I haven't yet, no.
Well, Zoe, who was behind the camera today, has watched it. And there's a bit in it where Derek Jacobi is talking about Panto to Kiefer Sutherland. And he mentions Oldham Coliseum.
Oh, how fantastic.
And I wonder whether Derek Jacobi put it in himself, actually. Because he was talking, he said, and we were doing Panto. Oldham Coliseum, he says really, really clearly, and it's like a wonderful thing.
Ian McKellen was doing his stint on Corrie.
Yes.
He said to the Corrie cast, which is the best Panto to go and see? I want to go and see Panto. And they all said, we'll go to Oldham. So he came, and we had to sneak him in at the back. And then at the interval, the kids all around going, it's Gandalf! It's Gandalf! Yes. And, you know... And
he loves Panto.
Yeah, well, he was joining in with all the routines. It was just really good fun. So...
And in terms of bringing people to the theatre, it's really important,
absolutely.
It's like often people's first experience of it.
That's the most important thing, and you just can't let them down. It's 37 to 40,000 people come.
Incredible. Incredible amounts.
Absolutely. You look at the audience and you can see all of Oldham represented, which I think is really important as well. And I think certainly for lots and lots of people, it's their very first experience of theatre. For lots of other people, it's the only time they go to theatre that year. And I think what we managed to build was something that was really high quality, would really appeal to both children and adults. The call and response was completely ear-splitting. With the musical numbers, the kids obviously thought they were at some sort of rock concert and dancing away, waving their hands, loving it. But what I loved about it most were these periods of complete absorption and silence, because they were listening to the story, and it meant we'd got it right. I'll read you another review, actually.
Yeah, please do.
Because then it's not me saying it, it's some reviewer. I'm quite proud.
You're allowed that. It's called a humble brag, I believe, but you're absolutely welcome to it.
So, sticking to the traditions doesn't mean sticking to the past. And it is this fusion of old and new that Oldham does brilliantly.
Yeah. And in terms of finances as well, I think this is really important because obviously theatres are struggling. You know, arts institutions are struggling across the country, and regional theatre is in a lot of trouble and finding it very hard to survive. What does Panto mean financially?
Well, in my time at the Coliseum, it bankrolled the rest of the year, basically.
Yeah.
And that's not to be sneezed at.
No.
I mean, the reason there are so many big and middle-scale commercial, I'll repeat the word, pantos, is because producers can make money out of them. We obviously ploughed everything back into the theatre and creating not only the other things we put on stage, but our fantastic outreach and education work, which was really important. And I never wanted cost to be a barrier to anyone taking part in the arts. So we did a lot of stuff where the cost was absorbed by the theatre on the back of the profit from Panto.
Yeah. Oh, long live Panto. And
Absolutely.
it's been so great to talk to you, Kevin, because obviously, you know, the Panto is something that is so connected with the Coliseum and always has been, and your Pantos in particular, and Ken's before that, and Chris's after you, of course, as well.
If it remained simply traditional, a museum piece, people would stop coming.
Yeah.
Because all theatre needs to relate to people on one level or another, and Panto perhaps more than most, because you rely on it so much.
Kevin, I'm going to leave you to eat your wonderful Valentino's lasagna that's been sitting there going cold in front of you. Thank you so much for coming to talk to us. And honestly, welcome back to Oldham. It's an absolute joy to all of us that you're going to be doing the Panto next year.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Zoe and I'm here at Chadderton Town Hall, where Oldham Coliseum's A Christmas Fair is taking place from the 17th of December to the 2nd of January, so don't forget to get your tickets. From all of us here at Friends of Oldham Coliseum, have a very Merry Christmas.